What up, gamers? I'm Jason.
I'm Julie.
And today on Dice and Dragons, we are going to be reviewing Winter Queen, designed by Yuri Zhuravljov. Hopefully, I pronounced it right. I really don't think I did. If you happen to see this video, feel free to correct me down below in the comments. And published by Crow Games. That's Crow with a D Games. Really like their logo. It's pretty cool. Hopefully, I said that right as well. And before we go too much further with this, Julie would just like to remind everyone that this is
It's a review copy, and we thank the publishers for considering us, and we'd like to remind our viewers that, as always, though, our opinions will be our own.
Yes. So, Julie, why don't you tell them more about the game?
So it is a competitive game.
We're playing a competitive game.
I was waiting for his reaction. Normally he gives a reaction.
Well, I can react. This game is the perfect theme for the start of winter, which really, literally just came down on our heads, a few days ago?
Yeah. So it's for 2 to 4 players. It plays at about 20 to 30 minutes, and it's for ages 10 and above.
Yes, and in this game, what are you going to be doing? Well, you are a royal wizard in this far-off wintry land, and you are vying for the favor of the Winter Queen. You're going to be placing gems on different regions and casting spells in order to score points, and spells are these spell books that you can see here, and you got some funky spells you'll be casting. So you need to place the crystals in specific patterns in order to set off those spells. You will then gain victory points, these tokens here, and the player with the most victory points will be the one that will win the game. Now, did I miss anything at all, Julie?
They're pretty gems.
Yes, they are. So, and on that note, we are going to grab our drink and grab our best friend. We're going to take it to the table one more time and then come back at you with our review. So, Julie, what did you think of Winter Queen?
Well, there's something about colored plastic gems that always attracts me to the game. I think that they're pretty, and it just, I just think it's pretty.
It's funny. She likes the Infinity Gems in Thanos Rising. I think she'd rather be Thanos getting the gems than the heroes trying to stop Thanos.
Maybe.
Sometimes she's villainous.
Sometimes. It is a pretty game. It does have some nice colors, and it's not bad table presence.
Also, the component quality is really good. I really like the cardboard. Everything feels nice, punched out easily, and it's got a nice storage insert for everything as well. We bag everything just because we store stuff vertically, but if you do horizontally, you probably don't need any baggies.
Yeah, and she's a pretty Winter Queen, isn't she?
Yes, that is the first player token. Now, normally we cover the components. We decided to forego that because we've got the game set up in front of us, so we will be walking through them. You saw some of them earlier on in the introduction. Unless you happen to skip ahead, we'll probably show them to you again.
They're good quality components. The other thing that I can definitely
gems.
The other thing I can definitely appreciate is that the game is
real emerald, huh?
The game is quick, which is good because apparently you had this one figured out and I didn't, because I wasn't able to win against Jason. And normally if that happens several times in a row, I just, don't want to play the game. But because this was so fast, I think most of our games were about 20 to 25 minutes at 2 players.
Yeah, the first game was a little longer, and that was the one where I beat her significantly. Other than that, though, it was fairly close. It was only usually about 5-point difference, which is roughly the equivalent of getting off another spell or having to score a little bit better on a different spell. So she wasn't that far behind me. I think the main thing is I went for a lot of double spell books, and that seemed to be always the thing that put me just a little bit ahead of you.
And when you're scoring at the end, some of the conditions for victory points aren't always obvious. I thought I was ahead, and I wasn't. So the only thing I would say beyond that is this is a family game. When they say ages 10 and above. So apologies for that disruption. Apparently we had some noise pollution in the basement here.
Yeah, someone was trying to get our attention upstairs, so we had to take a minute and reassess. But don't worry, everything is A-okay. And we are now ready to go back to the frosty land of the Winter Queen.
So I was saying that this is, it's for ages 10 and above. It definitely is a family game. It is not all that challenging, though I say I didn't figure it out. What I mean by that is there's not a lot of strategy. You know what? I disagree. There's a lot of strategy.
It's the actions that you're taking that are very straightforward.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options in what you can do. You just have to try to strategize and plan ahead, which, you know, maybe it was my cold that affected my capacity for reasoning, but I apparently wasn't able to think as many steps ahead as you were.
And the game says right on the back that the game is easy to learn, very much so, but it is difficult to master. And the strategy is there. There's definitely a lot of depth as you learn the way that the different spell books will specifically combo together, as you've got, I think that's up, no, not upside down. You've got 2 spells on either page. So trying to get both of these off and how they will combine with other spell books as well is going to make a big difference in terms of your success while you are playing this game.
Agreed.
And I think that you really just have to take it all in. You got to play the game, get a lot of experience with it, and then you're going to be really good at it. I mean, we played it a few times. We said we were only going to play it one time, but as you can see, it's set up again. We're having so much fun. We actually got a couple plays in. Well, we were going to get a second play in before we started the review, and Julie then reminded me that we're on the clock. It's evening. We don't have all day to film these reviews anymore.
Exactly. We can't play for long amount of times in the evening anymore.
Yeah. And on that note, the 30-minute play time is perfect because you can play it quickly. It'll fit in very well at a game night, especially if you've got people that like this type of game. It typically plays faster than other games that are right in this category. And I have to say that when we were playing this, I was comparing it a lot to Azul. I felt it feels a lot like it. I mean, heck, you're looking at these 3 discs. You know, you have your tiles for Azul on the disc. So it's very reminiscent of that while still being different at the same time. That being said, as fun as I did have with this game, and it's a solid game, I don't know how many more times I'm going to want to play this. It doesn't capture me and bring me in. I like the strategy. I'm good at it. I have fun with it. But at the same point in time, part of me is wondering, like, when we were playing this, I was like, why aren't we just playing Azul?
Well, and so that's the thing, is as much as, you know, I was very attracted by the art and the gems and the colors and the idea, it really, it didn't pull me in as much as I thought. I mean, I wouldn't be averse to playing it again if somebody wants to play it. But I don't think the two of us will ever play it really again, just the two of us.
No, I can definitely see us getting this out again. Well, I can't say that we won't ever play it again. We are reviewing the base game. There are a few mini expansions that we haven't had a chance to try. We really want to just dive in on the core content and review that. I got a little slang going on right now. It is possible that we may get to the mini expansions in the future. I'm not sure. I really wanted this game to like suck me in and make me want to play it a lot. That being said, I'm a little disappointed we played just the two of us. We probably could have gotten it out earlier and played with some family when we had an opportunity. I didn't realize it was quite as quick and easy as it was. However, I do feel like they would have struggled a lot with these spell books and the way that works. Also, the victory points, well, they are good quality and different values. I think I would have liked to have something just a little easier to track points. Tokens isn't bad, but it would have been nice. You can almost do it with a die or a tracker. I don't know. It feels like all these components are just, like a little bit wasted.
Well, I think that goes with the theme, honestly. I
guess so.
It's got gold coins. It made me think of The Witcher a little bit.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Don't sing.
Okay. Well, other than that, I think we've got pretty much everything covered. And overall, we do quite enjoy this game. It's just not something that's going to be a regular presence on our table, unfortunately. And when it comes, when that happens, we've got a lot of stuff around here. So unfortunately, not so sure how long it will stick around in the collection. But we're going to try to get those mini expansions played over the holidays and come back at you with some more content.
And try to play it with some other people as well. So
yeah.
The dynamic at more players.
Most definitely. Now, on that note, Julie, what is your score for the Winter Queen?
It's a 6. It's a pass. It passes. I think it does what it intends to do. It's just not getting higher points for me because it didn't suck me in.
And I'm going to agree with you. It's a 6. I could potentially give it a 6.5, but that's really for the strength of the components and the overall quality. I really like everything that is here. But in terms of gameplay and what you're doing, it's fun, it's fast, it's solid. It definitely falls on the right side of the scale. It just wasn't for us. Thinking about another quick game that we could be playing, whereas they know this is 20 to 30 minutes. Our first game was 45 minutes. We've got Red Rising behind us. We haven't played that for a while, and that's definitely more up our alley, I think.
Definitely up as he keeps talking about it.
I know, I really want to get it back to the table.
So on that note, it's time to remind everybody to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when we have new content for you.
And take a look down below in the video description. You'll find links to all of our social media feeds, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you'd like to see pictures of Julie and I playing Winter Queen, there'll be plenty on those feeds. Also down below is a link to multizone.ca, a great Canadian game store. Click that link, get 10% off your next purchase, and it's a great way to support the channel as a portion of that purchase is returned to us. Also popping up in front of us will be links to our previously released videos. Over here will be our most recent release, and over here we'll take you back to our review and how to play of Azul, since we compared them in this video. And on that note, it's time to have our drinks, have our best friend.
We're going to keep playing games.
Keep playing games. We're going to keep playing this one. I'm really curious to see how the higher player count affects it.